What up, Brody? What's happening, man? It's the Swagu Perk podcast. We back again. Perk, first of all, before we get this podcast started, you're 30 minutes late. What happened?
Well, first of all,
I don't want no first of all. I'm putting you on the spot. Business in the street.
Why you gotta put your ball on the Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. You look like you slimming up, you drinking water, you working out, and you feeling yourself.
Some big stuff happening, okay? Huge. And the first thing we gonna talk about is Deion Sanders at Jackson State University got the number 2 recruit in the country.
Do you see him?
Not only, Perk, did he get the number 2 recruit in the country in Travis Hunter, he flipped him from Florida State, where Deion, first of all, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, for the youngins out there that don't know, played for Florida State.
Come on.
When they were looking for a coach, they threw Deion's name out there as a potential hire. And Deion didn't get hired, obviously, went to coach at Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi, HBCU. They are in the SWAC, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, which I'm very familiar with. I went to high school on Southern University's campus, which is in Baton Rouge, another HBCU that's in the SWAC. But Deion did something, Perk, that I think is going to change the landscape. All right. And I'm not going to give him, see, this about to sound crazy. I'm not going to give him full credit for this. I'm going to give Deion 95% of the credit.
Okay.
I'm going to get the other 5% of the credit to the fact that we finally acknowledge that college football is a business. See, what Deion did by getting the number 2 recruit overall was showed everybody that the NIL, the name, image, and likeness, can be used not only as a tool to get players to attend your college, but it can be used for visibility. And nobody in college, do we not see Deion on Aflac commercials with Nick Saban? Yeah. You think that's because he's prime time. That's because Deion Sanders decided, I'm going to go to Jackson State. I'm going to make Jackson State a good football team, even though they got beat to sleep by South Carolina State.
That's okay.
That's all right. It's fine. Celebration Bowl, shout out. I watched it. It was a good game.
Yeah. That's okay.
What he did, what he's doing, and what he's done is not only bring a lot of focus back to HBCUs, but he pushed the narrative forward by saying, hey, we got to be competitive too. And another thing I like that he did, Perk, he challenged every HBCU to start thinking and operating on this level. Deion went to coach at Jackson State. Fans came back to the stands, packed. I think they broke the attendance record this year. We saw the promotion and the publicity that the Celebration Bowl got that when they played South Carolina State in Atlanta. Coach Pugh, by the way, the head coach for South Carolina State, is a legend in his own right. But that is the point. The world didn't know that. If Deion Sanders wouldn't have went to Jackson State, we wouldn't know about a Coach Pugh at South Carolina State and the things that he's accomplished. We wouldn't look at anything like we look at it now. And Deion taking advantage of name, image, and likeness, his own, to now get recruits to say, you know what? I can get drafted from the SWAC. I can get drafted from Jackson State. And not only can I get drafted from Jackson State or Eddie George coaching at HBCU or Coach Pugh at South Carolina State. Grambling State just hired Hugh Jackson, former NFL coach. Now eyeballs are coming to the SWAC because these coaches not only were guys in the NFL, they also are guys that have evaluated talent and know what NFL talent looks like, and people can trust that. Perk, this is a major shift, bro. It's a major shift in college football. It's a major shift for Black colleges and institutions, HBCUs. But more importantly, I think when we get done with this, we're going to look at Deion and say, you changed everything about Black college football. That's what I got, Perk, on that one.
No, and that's all facts. That's all facts what you just said. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, big bro. I always say, do you want to be popular or you want to be powerful? All right. Again. Do you want to be popular or you want to be powerful? See, yes, Deion Sanders, he's powerful.
Yes,
that's
sir.
What you want, bro. He's powerful. When you go and change the game like he did, I'm gonna get to the recruit in a second. Just him going to this HBCU, they had more national televised games than a lot of other colleges. Okay, so he changed the game. Like, and not only did they have those games, we were tuned in to watch him.
Absolutely.
Watch him. The athletes and watch him. We wanted to see what he was doing on the sideline. And then he started doing other things to affect the culture, whether that was bringing, you know, the rappers that the
young Dolph, Young Dolphin.
Yes, young RP, Young Dolphin.
Had Jeezy this past weekend speak to the team.
That's what I'm saying. And he's in the locker room turning up with them. That's powerful. And guess what? Sir. Everybody can relate. Now here's the thing. The young man that he recruited, he played the cornerback, right?
Corner and wide receiver go both ways. Yep.
He go both ways. So why wouldn't I want to go somewhere where one of the best to ever do it did it at this position? I don't care if he was at Lamar down in Beaumont, Texas. I don't care if he was at Prairie View. I don't care where he is. So he's at Jackson State. I'm going there. And like Deion say, the worst thing that ever could have happened to Florida State is that he came to our homecoming. He came to the homecoming, you know what I'm saying? He came to the homecoming, you know what I'm saying? And that
in case y'all don't know what Perk's saying about black colleges homecoming, if you ain't been to one, you need to get your ass out there. Change your life. Clap on him, Perk. I'm telling you. But look, this is what I want to say to Florida State University. Shame on them, dog. Oh. Shame on them. Forget losing a recruit. That's one thing. But not to even give Deion an interview, even after this season. First of all, Florida State stunk it up this season. Sure did. Been stinking it up for a while.
Below expectations. And then the coach that they have now, they gave him an extension. So, you know, so imagine being horrible at your job, stinking it up, and that's what it is. You know, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, only in America. Only in America. That's what but my whole thing is this. I'm gonna end on this. What you want to be? Powerful or popular? Deion is powerful. That's what you want.
He's shifting the paradigm, Perk.
Yeah.
He's shifting it, like right in front of our face, and everybody got to acknowledge it, even though you might not like it. It's happening. Okay. I don't expect it to happen in droves. I don't expect the next ESPN 300 to all go to HBCUs. That's not what I'm saying. But the fact that you were able to get one of the top 5 guys to leave every school in the country that recruited him, and he was going to go and play next year, to go to Jackson State, 1, because Deion is the coach, but 2, because he said, Travis Hunter said it, I want to do something different. And that's something different is going to manifest.
He threw them damn caps down. Like,
hell yeah.
I love
ripping shirts off. Perk, he was ripping sweatshirts off and everything.
Hey, look, I know we got to move on, but I got to tell you this, dog. I don't know what you've been doing, but bro, you looking real slim these days. I see it all in right. I don't know what's been going on.
Peloton.
We're gonna talk off after I can get on this, but you looking real, you know what I'm saying? Slim.
It's the Peloton, bro. It's the Peloton, and it's not eating all that, you know, all that stuff we be talking about eating. I save it more now for special occasions. Yeah. Let's jump to something else, man, because you brought this up. and this is something you really wanted to talk about between Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball. Yeah, we jump into the NBA because that's what we do on this podcast. We don't give a damn about you thinking we need to segue in this football off another football segment. We don't care about that. We finna talk about so Perk, you guide me, but we were talking and you said, I'm correct me if I'm wrong. You got LaMelo Ball, you got LaMelo Ball in Charlotte. You got Anthony Edwards in Minnesota.
Yep.
In the NBA. And Jai's older than those guys, but Ja Morant. Is Ja older than them guys? Yeah, Ja older.
He is.
He older than them. And the question is, who are you starting a franchise with?
Right.
Out of them, I want to focus on Anthony and LaMelo. I don't want Ja.
Say that because it was gonna be unfair because
it's unfair.
It's unfair. I was gonna take Ja anyway.
I want to put between Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball. Big Perk, you're on the clock. You got to draft one of them, and you drafting them from a place of knowing what they are right now. We're not going back to high school or college when Anthony was at Georgia. I'm talking about right now. You've seen what they can do in the NBA. Perk, who you drafting, who you taking first, who you starting your franchise with.
Oh man, it's so hard, man. This is so hard because I thought that Anthony Edwards should have won Rookie of the Year last year. I'm a huge Ant-Man fan. I love this kid. He's a generational talent. But when I got to think of both sides, now you said who am I drafting? So I got to think business and I got to think talent. If I'm going with business and talent, then I got to draft LaMelo Ball. And let me tell you why. It's not because of the separation in talent or anything to that nature, but LaMelo Ball is not only going to give me numbers, LaMelo Ball is going to put butts in them seats, bro. He's going, and I'm not just talking about at home. I'm not talking about at home. He has a persona and appearance about himself that all the whole entire younger generation, they gravitate to. Like, he got the smile, he got the hair, he got the flashiness, although Anthony Edwards is athletic, but LaMelo Ball just got a whole different swag about himself. Yeah. I mean, the man had a lime green suit on right on the side of his, I think it was his Lambo. You know what I'm saying? He dripping all over the place. You know what I mean? It ain't even dripping no more, man. It's a waterfall. And so when you look at him, when I think
I like that one. I'm gonna use that one.
Yeah, ain't even dripping no more, man. It's a waterfall. But look, here's the thing. Talent-wise, you can't go wrong with either one.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you talk about just marketable and now, when the last time you ever watched a Hornets game and it be sold out how it is right now?
Been a minute.
Like, it's not
been a minute, Perk.
They're sold out. And when he goes on the road, they're sold out. People want to see this man hoop. Not saying they don't want to see Ant-Man, but it's just not on the market side of LaMelo Ball. So yeah, I would have to take LaMelo Ball, and it's not because of talent. It's just because if I'm in the front office and I'm trying to make sure we sell these tickets, he's going to sell them.
You know, it's a crazy dynamic because we on opposite ends of this, and I understand completely what you're saying and don't disagree with the points that you made. Like, we're not about to argue this. The reason why I would take Anthony, and for everybody out there, me and Perk don't disagree just to disagree. Like, we say our truth.
Right.
With me, with Anthony, you know what turned me when it came to Anthony, bro, and I tweeted this out a few days ago or maybe last week, is that I watched one of his interviews and I was like, you got a fan in me, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Because Perk being around you, being around real like NBA dudes that kind of still kind of subscribe to the code of I might be an a-hole, but I'm gonna get everybody to their highest level. Right? When I saw that man do that interview and talked about what Karl Anthony Towns needed to do to be better, I said, there go your leader right there.
Like, so I told Cat, like, you catch the ball and you holding it, like, you waiting for the double, like, telling them to come double me instead of just catching it and going. Like, they can't guard you. You know, he got to kill all of them. Like, the best player on the floor every night, you got to kill him.
That, for me, that's the guy I'm starting the franchise with. Now, I get you, because it is the business side of basketball, all right? But I firmly believe this. Let the New York Knicks need a player when Anthony Edwards is a free agent. And see if he don't become one of the top 3 biggest names in the NBA. See, he needs a market.
I agree.
The only thing Anthony Edwards is missing is a market, right? We know Minnesota. We understand Minnesota's a good place to play basketball, but it ain't the place where you're going to become the face of the NBA. That's why I think it's so phenomenal what Giannis has been able to do in Milwaukee. It's just not a place where you're going to become one of the faces of the NBA unless you balling out of your mind. That's how you become that. You played with one of the greatest players to ever play basketball in KG. We all knew KG was good before he came to Boston. But what did that market do for him, Perk? Like, KG was doing all the stuff in Minnesota he was doing when he got to Boston.
Did you hear what he said at his Hall of Fame speech? I told you that, right? He said he had one regret, that he didn't get to Boston earlier in his career. Yeah, and let me say this. Anthony Edwards is everything that you want in your franchise. I mean, this man has an old soul, and you got to go back to the history of his upbringing. Yeah. Right? You know, I believe, you know, he lost his mom, his sister raised him, and her husband. And man, you know, he just has an old soul, man. He's a different breed. That's why I said it's
I just think when we talk about, for me, this is why I made the decision with Anthony. When we talk about franchise guys, I want a dog to lead my team. I'm not saying LaMelo not a dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he ain't that. But I'm telling you right now, if I'm sending a 5 out there and Anthony Edwards leading them, I know the team that beat us, they beat us. They're not gonna beat us because they got in our head. They ain't gonna beat us because they, you know, we thought they were a tougher team. No, they beat us. If I send him out there as the face of my franchise and we lose, if we got enough talent to win a championship or be a really good team, if we lose, I'm going to know that team beat us. Because our leader, it's almost similar to Jimmy Butler. That's how I look at Anthony Edwards. A lot like Jimmy Butler when it comes to, oh yeah, you about to have hell this game.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I said that. Look, Minnesota hadn't had a player. They've been looking for their franchise guy like this since KG left. But see, to your point, is why I give LaMelo Ball a slight edge. Think about this: Anthony Edwards in Minnesota, LaMelo Ball in Charlotte. Both of those are not big markets, but LaMelo Ball all of a sudden is making Charlotte look like a big market because
Perk. Let's MJ own Charlotte, bro.
Man, MJ been owning Charlotte for a long time and still haven't.
But here's my thing, Perk. You know that if a star comes into that franchise, they are way better suited to explode fast. Right. And look, to your point, you know, I lived in Charlotte for 3 years.
No, you're right. You know what you're right.
And when you think about, bro, the Charlotte Hornets, the Carolina Panthers, bro, them people live and die by them teams.
They do.
I'm talking about like the people that live in North Carolina, they live and die by that. So they've been, to my point is, Perk, they've been waiting for this.
They have.
They've been waiting for this, bro. And that's how you see the explosion of what's happening with them right now. I think Anthony, though, if Anthony was in Charlotte, it'll be popping.
It would be popping. It would definitely be popping. But look,
now, LaMelo got before he was drafted, he got his dad, he got his brother. He had a lot coming in. And the thing that I love about LaMelo is he answering the bell. He is as good as advertised.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And look, at the end of the day, guess what? I'm not knocking you because Anthony Edwards is one of my favorite, if not, he's my second favorite after Ja Morant. So we not
it ain't no argument. We both like both of them.
No, it's whatever flavor you like. You either like if you want to drink Budweiser's, then go do it. If you like Miller Lights, go handle your business. I'm a Michelob Light type of guy. I'm trying to drop calories. So here it is, right? So, you heard I snuck it.
You said it so fast. You wanted people to gloss over
it. It in real quick. I don't want nobody, free advertisement now. Y'all just heard that. But listen, here's the thing, Swagu. All I've been hearing about for the last 3 weeks, okay? All I've been hearing about is boy, with Frank Gore getting that ring.
Oh,
Frank
no, you
Gore
didn't.
Have y'all seen Frank Gore? Oh, Frank Gore on Swole. Have y'all seen him? Oh, look at his muscles. He got veins. He got this. He got the double neck. Look at man, Frank Gore. And I told one person the other day, I said, look, it's one thing you cannot lift weights with. And you know what that is? Your chin. I ain't never heard of nobody lifting weights with a chin. You can get hit on your button by anybody. Now look, as basketball players, we are one up. But I need to know. Hold on, no, I gotta ask you this. Did Frank Gore, what did he expect walking into that ring? First of all, hold on, before you answer that, I want to give a huge shout out to the both of them. Because people don't realize
it's hard.
It's hard, and it's what it takes as an individual to walk in that ring and it's mano a mano. You by yourself and you got to go slug it out in front of millions. Now that I got the congratulations out the way, explain to me what Frank Gore got to know.
Perk.
The fight just don't stop when he.
Perk, I hate you. I hate you for this. I hate you.
I want to fight though.
I knew your ass was gonna have something funny for this right here.
Go ahead, dog. Just explain. Give me your thoughts on the fight, please.
I was. Oh my God, I was so embarrassed for Frank, bro. Here's the thing, man. Like it's always like a little fine line between going in about like the jokes and understanding that I ain't been in no boxing ring, so I don't know what it's like.
Right.
But I did watch it. And I'm gonna give you my analysis. Frank went in there and got his ass toe up, Perk.
He did, man. He did.
Perk, I put a picture on Instagram. Perk, in the middle of the fight, it looked like Frank looked at Deron and was looking at him like, man, what the hell you doing?
Man, and they got caught with one.
He was looking at D Will like, man, what you doing, man? And D Will throwing haymakers.
Yes,
Frank was in that ring, Perk, thinking this just an exhibition. We finna throw some hands.
This is a Roy Jones and Mike Tyson type of fight.
Perk, D Will threw the man out of the ring, Perk.
Bro.
and then tried to uppercut him on the way down. Hey, Perk, I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at the fight. Perk, you know how we beat. And me and you was on the phone. I'd have called you. I said, Perk, D Will too serious out there, man. He just was. he snapped.
He snapped. But this is the thing I was trying to make people realize. D Will, one, was a wrestler in high school.
Yep.
Two, he been practicing that UFC stuff for the last 15 years, bro. And I'm like, dog, y'all really don't understand. The push, when he got to throwing them haymakers and he gave him that push and coming back, that push was so much aggression.
It was violent.
It was violent. But you listen, he had to listen. We was down the ex-NBA and NBA players. We were down bad from Nate Robinson. So
y'all had
we were
y'all
down.
had to bounce back.
Remember that, bro? We had a rough stretch, man. I'm talking about
it was rough.
It was rough for us. I mean, people was calling us out and calling us off about the whole Nate Rob thing, man. D. Will had to go put on for us.
Hey, listen, Perk. The break. I gotta say two things. One thing I was thinking during that fight when I was watching Frank get his ass whooped was Frank got a son, man, that's got to go to school, and he done got beat up and pushed out of the ring. That's the first thing I was thinking. The first thing I was thinking was my kids would be embarrassed as hell if I got beat up like that. That's number one. The second thing I was thinking was
you ain't right, dog. You ain't right. Go ahead.
All I kept thinking, bro, watching Frank was, man, I ain't come here for all this shit, man.
No.
That's all he was thinking.
He's coming for that dog. He didn't come there for that dog. You can see a different dog.
It was a whole different mentality.
Yes, dog.
It was like, bro, Frank looked like let's get in here and spar. Let's get these people a little show and get out of here.
Let's get our money.
It was like, I want to be 1-0 in boxing.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, listen, man.
No.
Listen, bro.
Shout out to the both of them.
Shout out to both of them, bro.
They doing something I would not be doing. I'm telling you.
Frank, you know I got nothing but mad respect for Frank Gore, bro. And Frank is a Iron Man legend, played running back for so long and did it at a very high level, gonna be a Hall of Famer. But Frank got his ass whooped. And that's all it really boiled down to.
He got his ass whooped. That's all it
Speaking of Perk, you know NFL Live, man, I do this segment called Big Man Balling.
Oh, I see it. Hey, hold on, time out, bro. Y'all been putting those straight movies around us. I'm telling you and Mina with the let's get ready and hey, look, hey, I'm telling you, y'all been putting those straight movies around us. So
man, we really fool with each other, man.
Yeah,
it's a great group.
Yeah, man.
It's a great group.
People don't understand it. Look, in order to make anything great and a product great, you got to have chemistry. You gotta enjoy with who you working with or who you with, however you wanna. If you don't have chemistry, bro, it's gonna be a disaster. But if you got that chemistry there,
yes, sir.
Oh, man,
Perk, shout out to our matter of fact, you say that. Shout out to our fans, bro, because I think a lot of what we getting from our listeners and fans and people that's tapping in the podcast, they giving us the same energy that we giving them. We getting the same energy back. We got mad love for y'all. We gonna figure out something to call our crew, man. Yeah. We gonna figure out something to call our people. Cause I'm starting to look at these comments and people comment on it, and I'm starting to be like, yeah, we forming a little community. Like we got a little family going. And I'm with it. We trying to expand the family to the whole world. Last but not least, Perk, Christian Wilkins, when I was talking about the big man baller, Christian Wilkins scored a touchdown, big defensive lineman for the Miami Dolphins.
I saw that.
And he hit the worm, Perk.
I saw that.
It was phenomenal.
I saw that.
Perk, I tried to do the worm today, like to recreate it. My back still hurt. My back still hurt, man.
Come on, man. You tried to do the worm?
I tried to do the worm, Perk. My body, the flexibility ain't there no more.
Bro, do you know it's about to get there though.
It's coming.
You about to, I'm just trying to see what nickname I'm gonna call you when you slim all the way up. I'm gonna figure that out, man. But look, that's a whole nother story. I'm gonna figure that out. Because I already see it. Bro, I see it.
Matter of fact, I know it's Swagu and Perk.
You gotta tell us, first of all, I want to say this to all the people out there in the world. In my opinion, some of the most athletic, agile people I ever met was either offensive linemen and defensive linemen. I just want to put that out there because a lot of people don't realize how agile y'all really are and how athletic y'all really are at that size and the way that y'all. That's a whole other story. You got to tell
the best athletes in the NFL play on the lines.
Bro,
like,
you got to
I know it's hard for people to like really grasp that concept. The best athletes in the NFL are D linemen and offensive linemen. Those are the best athletes.
Yeah, the real ones know. But I need to know, one, what was your best celebration dance? What was your it's two questions. What was your go-to and what was your best one? Like, I know you had one when you was getting back there in the backfield, you'll get you a sack. And I know you had one for, maybe a strip for a fumble. Yep. I know you had something else for a touchdown. I need to know.
My touchdown celebration was lame as hell, bro. All I did was looked in the stands and pointed to my family. That's all right. It was lame.
That wasn't lame.
Well, it's lame when it comes to celebrations, right? Like I'm talking about like I probably would have cut a rug or two-stepped or something, but you gotta realize, man, when I was in the NFL, it was cut a rug or two-step. Yeah, we old school Perk. They gonna see us with them big ass long walkers on, them walker suits, and we gonna be dancing with our wives. They gonna be telling like, look at Swagu and Perk cutting up in the middle of the day. Yeah. I love it. And Perk, when I got a sack, I would go fishing. Cause I'm outdoorsman. So I would fish and then act like I'm reeling them in.
Oh,
it was nasty.
Okay.
It was nasty.
Okay.
It was nasty.
Okay.
I got one with Big Ben like that. Big Ben, Ben Roethlisberger. He can't avoid no sacks right now, but that's another subject for another day.
How long it took you to take Big Ben down?
It took a lot. It took all I had.
Ben played quarterback, but he got an offensive lineman or defensive lineman body down.
What you call the bodies? You call it what?
They whack bodies.
They whack bodies.
Mm-hmm. They whack bodies. It's okay. It's okay.
I love when you say it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Perk, listen, man, I've been smiling ear to ear, bro, because I love you, dog. I love getting with you every Monday and doing this, man. We got the Deion. Deion was the one I wanted to really talk about because I think that's a shift. That's really we're going to start seeing things happen after that, like after getting this top recruit. The Anthony Edwards LaMelo Ball thing for me is super interesting because we always trying to find the next face. Now, it could be, it might be Jai because Jai seems like the only one. Unfortunately, he got an injury, but he seems like the only one right now out of Luka and Zion that care about basketball enough to be ready to play when the season come along. All right. And then Perk, listen, man.
What you got to say?
NBA is 1-0 right now.
It's
Deron Williams beat the hell out of Frank Gore, and that's probably the saddest thing about this podcast today. But it's funny as hell. Perk,
funny as hell.
When we get done, bro, go on my IG and look at Frank Gore's face. Look at the picture I posted. Frank Gore.
I'm going on there in a few minutes.
We done had them fights in the hood. I done lost some fights. I done won a lot, but I done lost some.
You gotta lose some to know how to
get back. Perk, you know this move right here. Hold on. Frank said, what? What you doing? Frank looking at D-Will like, what you doing? Like, no, we boxing. I'm about to throw your ass out the ring. That's what we're doing. We boxing. Frank, shake back, man. Frank Gore Jr. got mad love for you, bro. Don't be embarrassed. Everybody that ain't cool enough to go in the ring and fight.
Straight up. Hey, look, big bro, I'm so happy to be back. I look forward to these moves. And on top of that, I know I was a little late, but I'm on time. I was late, but I was on time.
On time. Might not come when you want it. Be there right on time.
Hey,
praise God.
Hey, listen, I love you. But look, this episode right here, you know what we got to call it, right? We ain't calling it nothing. We need for Dan and
Parker, our producers, and Andrea Parker.
We need for them to say powerful and 3 greater than signs, popular. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it is. Because that's what
they heard us, Perk.
Yeah, they heard us. So
powerful over popular.
Bro, what's this episode 9 we just finished?
Is it 8 or 9? 8.
Oh, this episode
8. Yeah. The number 8 represent new beginnings. And it's funny, Perk, because we got our 8th episode, and then the next time we do a show, it'll be New Year's. So it's a new beginning.
It's a new beginning.
Perk, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people might not like this when I say it, but I'm gonna say it. Perk, we kicking ass on this podcast. It's so fun. It's so fun to do.
And you know what? I got my people with me.
I got my people. Boostin' boom. All right, man. This has been episode 8. I'm so happy to be back with my brother. When y'all hear this laughter, see our faces, this is truly genuine joy when I get together with my little big bro, Big Perk. This has been episode 8. Appreciate y'all listening to Swagu Perk podcast. Yeah.